One of the biggest myths I hear when it comes to transformation for all of us women over 50 is that often we feel like we have to throw everything away, blow up our lives, and start from scratch in order to be successful. And that, in my experience, is what holds us back the most. If you're new here, hello, my name is Dr. Maria Martinez. This is the Inner Authority Project, and here we talk about all things transformation, identity, and inner authority so that we can build the next phase of our life with confidence and with a connection to our deeper voice and who we really are. So, here I want to talk to you for a few minutes about what it means to reinvent ourselves or to transform our lives, right? Because so often I hear people say, I have built so much. I have so much, under my belt by now that I don't want to throw everything away. And in reality, what that does, it does create this analysis paralysis that holds us from moving forward. So, what if I told you that to start over, to reinvent yourself, you didn't have to start from scratch? Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be exciting? Yes, I think so too. I think so too, because I too have been paralyzed in that phase of I want everything to change, and yet I don't want everything to change, right? So, on this episode, I want to talk about three things, three shifts that I think are necessary for us to realize transformation is possible, reinvention is possible. So let's talk about transformation number one, or shift number one, I should say. And that is, maybe you don't need a new life, you need alignment. What? Yes, there, I said it. Maybe you don't need a new life, you need alignment. And why is that so important? Well, if we are honest with ourselves, if we give ourselves grace, we might realize that not everything needs to be changed. Maybe there's some parts of our life that are no longer working, and therefore they have such a big impact that we feel as if nothing is going right for ourselves. So, here is a good place for us to think about, all right, is it really everything that is not working out for me? Or are there parts that are impacting the way that I see my entire situation? And see, that distinction impacts everything. Because when you think about, I must change everything, I have to start from scratch, that can be overwhelming. Yes or yes? I get out of, I lose all of my energy thinking that I might have to start from zero. But in the other hand, when I start to think about, well, maybe I am stuck in my health and wellness. And because of that, I don't have a lot of energy, and that's impacting other things in my life. So maybe we can isolate that as the area that we need to work on to start. And what I find is that often when you change something, everything else change. So here's our first shift. Shift number one, you don't need a new life, you need alignment. That comes from a place of love and from a place where I have been myself. All right, here is shift number two. After you've done that assessment and you come to terms with the fact that, yes, maybe I just need to move and shift a few things because not everything is broken, maybe we can then move into this second shift, which means or says, keep what's working and get rid of what's not working. In other words, again, we have to be assertive. We have to give ourselves a lot of grace. We have to do this consistently, right? Because some days are better than others. But really understanding that everything that you've gone through in life has shaped you and the way that you are today. That's not nothing, a double negative. That's so key. That's so important. You have strengths, you have values, you have experiences that have shaped us, right? That have shaped you and allowed you to overcome so much. So, those are things that we can keep and build upon. So, shift number two, let go of what doesn't work and keep the things that work. So now I have a level of discipline because I do like to get up early. So I have values around what's important in that sense. And I have from my first shift realized that maybe it's my health and wellness that gives me that first opportunity to change something, knowing that there's a ripple effect. Shift number two, leave what doesn't work and take what works. So this is something that I can work on. Now I can get up maybe a little bit early every day and start moving. By the way, many years ago, I lost 83 pounds, and that's how I did it. 5 minutes a day to start. I wanted to make sure that I had the mind in the right place because I knew the body will follow. So I took what was working for me and I let go of the other things that were not positively impacting my reality at that point, and I went with it. And this has been several years and I've managed to keep the weight off. So that's just an example. All right. Shift number two, leave what doesn't work, take something that will work and run with it. And shift number three, start small but intentionally. And this is huge. This is huge, my friends, because our brains are wired to protect us. Our brains are designed to keep us safe. And that safety is usually associated with what's familiar, with what we know. And after all, it's taken us years, if not decades, to get to where we are today. So it's really important that we ascertain what is one thing that I can start doing, right? That doesn't feel as that overwhelming emotion that I felt earlier when I decided I had to change everything. So, one thing and do it in small chunks and consistently, and little by little, that cumulative effect becomes our new normal. And our brain can deal with that. Our brain can deal with that. One choice, one decision, one day at a time. All right. So that is shift number three. In recap, shift number one, right? You don't need a new life, you need alignment. Shift number two, take what doesn't work and leave it and run with what works. And number three, start small but intentionally. I'm here with you and I would love to hear more about your journey. So please, I invite you to take a moment and add a comment to the chat. Let me know on where you are. Can you incorporate shift one, two, or three? Can you start small and intentionally? Can you go ahead and run with what is working? Or maybe say, yes, I need alignment because I'm on this journey with you. And I love to continue this conversation in many of the future sessions where we're going to talk about all things that are related to transformation and empowerment, finding our voice for women over 50 here in the Inner Authority Project. Again, if this message resonates with you, please go ahead and download a jumpstart that I've created for you. And the link will be in the comments or in the pin section below. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. For now, have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.